People of YouTube, lend me your energy! I'm just kidding. What's up, pals and gals? It's your boy, the Wolf Gamer 25, and we are back for another riveting episode of what I like to call Figure Friday! That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can tell for today, introducing another segment back into, forgive me. We will be introducing two new figures from the world of which we will be stepping into today, which will be the anime world, yet again. I understand that I don't really explore that world as much as I do, which, it's funny because I have a shelf full of a lot of anime characters. I have stories to tell about them and how I got them, and I will be introducing them into the stream. I want to try to fit as much as I can with each fandom that I represent. Meaning, of course, there's DC, Marvel, the anime, of course, the Power Rangers. I mean, heck, even the gamers fandom that I represent too. I want to try to introduce as much as I can. So, I hope you guys have plenty of snacks. If anything else, have something to eat. I would like to take this opportunity to apologize for the delays. Was facing some technical difficulties, but had one of my good friends, one of my good brothers. He was out there. He was there for me, and I appreciate that. I appreciate him. He's the man. And I do hope that you guys will sit back, relax, enjoy, have yourself something to drink. If you haven't had dinner, please have something to eat for me. Do me that solid. So, for today, we will be introducing two females of the Dragon Ball Z era. One, she's a fan favorite because I watched her from the very first series of Dragon Ball Z, which was actually Dragon Ball. And that was one that I grew up with, of course, next to Sailor Moon. Come on, don't hate me for that. I love Sailor Moon. She's beautiful. And the other one is actually a new up-and-coming fighter. She wasn't necessarily in the anime per se. She was introduced actually into one of the most recently released video games in the Dragon Ball Z fandom, the era, or the what is it? The gamer world. The gamer world. Couldn't get the word out. Got tongue tied there for a second. But these are they are posable figures. They're the one of my favorite brands. They're the SH Figure Arts brands because I like them more because not only do they come with a lot more accessories, but they take a lot more pride in their figures. The way they do most of their costumes and looks, they model them straight down to every little hiccup, scratch, bruises, facial features, eyes, mouth, all of that, But also, I like them because they were actually the very first figure guys that I started with when I started taking pictures for the first time. And these guys, they actually helped me to discover something that I didn't think I was going to be good at, aka taking pictures of the figures. And I'm happy to say I got pretty good at it. Yes, I know I've been slacking on it, but hey, I'm going to get back in that. I'm going to continue to give you guys good content, so as much as I can. So why don't we just skip the formalities and get right into the nitty of the gritty? Why everybody's here, of course, So, as I said once before, the first lady who is going to be introduced today, she is. I don't want to like label her too much because she started out in the very first era of Dragon Ball. She helped one of the main characters to discover a lot, mainly about himself, and in the process, of course, they became good friends throughout time itself, And in a way, she's very knowledgeable. She knows what she's talking about. She's the heir to a very, very good corporation who makes fabulous capsule-like products. Now, I'm sure you guys probably caught up on that. I would very much like to introduce Little Miss Bulma Briefs. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The brilliant scientist, inventor, and just all-around badass female. Now, as I said once before, she was first introduced into the I know she was introduced in both the anime era and the manga era. Please don't get mad at me on this, guys. I prefer watching the anime over the manga because, for certain reasons, to me, the manga is on like I'm not hating on it, mind you. Please, I love any kind of anime or Japanese style type of positions or anything like that. It's just to me, I would like to watch the anime more because to me the manga it's like spoilers. You know what's coming, but in like certain animes, like one that I love recently is called Akame ga Kill, and what I like about it is that they oh, wrong button. Sorry about that. Sorry. As I said before, in the anime of Akame ga Kill, it said that one of the main characters was actually supposed to live on in the manga world, except in the anime world, he died. But I'm not gonna name it. I'm not gonna name who did it. I'm not gonna name who died and how they died because I'm not a spoiler type of person. I hate that with a passion. But anyways, why don't we get back to Miss Bulma over here? Now, this is the early stage Bulma, I believe, because she, like I said, she started out as one of the main protagonists in the Dragon Ball anime. Like I said, she met up with Goku when he was just a kid, literally just a kid. He looked like a toddler, but he was actually a kid himself with extraordinary potential. He had that's where he got his little Nimbus Claw for the first time. It's where he got his Extendo staff, and it's where he actually discovered his fighting ability for the first time. Where he also trained under Master Roshi at a very young age, because at the time, Master Roshi didn't really go by Master Roshi because he tried to portray somebody different. I don't know why. Really, I don't know why. It's been a while since I watched it, but hey, forgive me for that. Forgive me. But this lady here, man, let me tell you, she's very knowledgeable, brilliant scientist, brilliant inventor. She is the mother of one of the very well-known Saiyans, which is also known as Trunks. And she's also the wife of one of the very well-known badass Prince of Saiyans, Vegeta. Yeah, I know, right? Shocker. Mainly because I never thought, whenever I saw those two getting together, I didn't think they were going to end up together. Mainly because, Vegeta, he was the type to disown everybody. He never wanted anything to do with anybody because he was all he cared about was himself and proving that he was the Prince of all Saiyans. Until, of course, Goku stepped in and shut him up. Except when it comes down to it, those two are just the biggest powerhouses in all the DBZ world because they've always battled it out from the very moment they touched gloves, and they're still rooting around in their little rivalry today. But they've also become friends. Of course, I like to think of it as they become friends, but Vegeta still hates, so it's a work in progress, But anyways, why don't we get down to this part and give you guys a look at little Miss Bulma. And as I said again, she looks very, very good. I love the fact that they got her hair spot on. They gave her a little winky face. If camera focuses, I'll let you guys see it. Come on, baby girl, focus for me, please. Come on, Bulma, focus for me, girl. Come on, just relax. Come on. Oh, this camera, you're killing me. I do apologize, folks. For some reason, like I said, I was having technical issues the first time, but shout out to my boy because he helped me fix it. Let me see if she'll work. Let me see if she'll work. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, see, like I said, she's got the little winky face on. Got a little grease stain on her chin right there. Got some gloves on. Got some tech on. Oh, wait. She's got a sensor. She's supposed to have that, but oh well. But another cool thing that I love, once again, about the SH Figure Arts company is that whenever you get a figure from them, you don't get just the person itself. You get like a bunch of little tiny accessories that help define the character and who they are. And whereas a few of them that I'm happy that they included, of course, the one defining factor right here, of course, is a little little tiny Dragon Ball. Yep, this is the little tiny 5-star Dragon Ball. Maybe it'll zoom in for me. Maybe not. That's okay. I know you guys can't see it, but there's actually 5 stars in this little tiny Dragon Ball. And of course, they gave her a set of goggles, which is always cool because those are one of her redeeming factors. And now, remember when I told you guys in the beginning that she was a badass, because she really was. Because while she was the daughter of the famous inventor, one of the main bosses over at the Capsule Corporation, she was also packing. That's right, because whenever it came down to her defending herself, she was always packing. Little blue-haired girl got herself an Uzi. Look at this. And I love the fact that they gave the strap too, which of course is also removable. Which I'm sorry, oh goodness, I love this figure. Another little trinket that they gave her, which is something of her own design, which I love, because if it wasn't for this little doohickey, then they never would have found all 7 Dragon Balls in the beginning. So I would like to show you guys her little dragon radar. Wait, let me block that out. I know you guys can't see it, but it's actually a little tiny all white circle, and it's got green in the middle, little black lines all through it, because in a way that's the scanner type of deal. She's also got, let's see here, she's got a bunch of little interchangeable hands, which is a beautiful thing. She's got 2 other little faces. Of course, they also come with little grease stains, and as I said once before, she is the daughter of the founder of the Capsule Corporation, who is not Dr. Giraud. That's another inventor, but not one of my favorites. Dr. Briefs. Sorry, whew, I forgot about that for a second. It's been a while. And in the beginning, she actually was with this dude named Yamcha. He wasn't really one of the main key fighters in the Dragon Ball Z era. He gave all he could, but unfortunately, he died. So, sorry for Yamcha. It's just, I feel like even though Vegeta acts like he hates her or doesn't really care about her, I feel like Bulma's happier with him, and that's a plus side, because if it wasn't for them two getting together, they would never have given birth to one of the other badass Saiyans in the world, Trunks. But of course, with every good thing, things continue, because as the years went on and they got closer in the way, which what I like about Vegeta is that so far he hasn't really been able to peak Goku's level, because Goku's always been stronger than him. But there was one moment in the movie that came out, which was the Battle of the Gods, where Bulma herself actually stepped up and took it upon herself to slap a god of destruction in the face. Now, granted, it didn't phase him at all, and I kind of feel like the god of destruction, also known as Beerus, had messed up because he slapped her back, and in a way, that was a very bad idea. Because if it wasn't for that, then it never would have given Vegeta the strength to actually release his anger in the fact that he saw his woman getting slapped, and having him peak in a moment to where he was actually stronger than Goku and actually making the God of Destruction sweat. Whew. Sorry, that was too much information for me to say in one moment. But enough of Miss Briefs. Why don't we move on to the next character? And as I said before, this is a new up and coming fighter. Not much information is known on her, other than the fact that she's an android, but at the same time she's human, and she hasn't really been introduced into the anime world of Dragon Ball Z. But I'm sure they're working on that, and I really hope that they make it quick, fast, and in a hurry, because she's a very interesting character because of who she resembles, who she acts like at times. But why don't we just get down to the point of who she is? The main collaboration about this character is that, as I said once before, she's human, but at the same time she's also android, and just she just the fact of the matter being that the way she looks, it blew me away because the first time I saw her in the game, I didn't really know what to expect because I thought she was gonna be like another fighter who I thought you guys know him as Majin Buu, but this one in particular, she blew me away honestly. And even though she has a bad side, which I don't like, she has a good side to her, which is always good. Android 21, ladies and gentlemen. Android 21. Yes, it's true. There's been a lot of androids in the Android sagas in the Dragon Ball Z era, in which, of course, one of them was responsible for giving his life and at the same time pushing young Gohan in order to peak at his strength in order to battle Cell. Which, of course, I've always liked Gohan more than any Z fighter out there because, in a way, I feel like he's the underdog because no one ever expects anything from him because he's half Saiyan, but he's also half human, and he's the son of Goku, of course, But hey, what do you expect? And he was given the mantle of carrying on the legacy of the Goku from his father because, in a way, he's gone into battle with so many heavy hitters, such as like Raditz, Frieza, heck, even Vegeta at one point, and even Cell, which was one of his toughest battles. But even then, he still had his fair share of setbacks. But he's still my favorite fighter. Really, there's not a day goes by that I don't respect him for all that he's done. Minus the Seiya Man, which was really unnecessary. But anyways, I'm straying off the point. So why don't we just bust this sucker open and see what we got from Little Miss Android 21 here. Now, she does have a human name, but I can't remember for the life of me. So, okay, what do we got here? What do we got here from you, Miss Android 21? Huh? Okay, we have, of course, a bunch of interchangeable hands. She comes with 3 interchangeable faces, which is always fun. Now, as I said once before, she's actually one of many races, not just human, but she's also android. She's got a little bit of Majin in her. Get out of there, would you? She's also human. He's also a human bio android, but a new type. And of course, she comes with a tail. So why don't we just go ahead and slap that on, baby girl? Just relax. Let me just help you here. Perfect. Oh, that's lovely. That is awesome. One of her little trinkets that she gets. Hold on, let me see if I can get it to her. Come here. Just hold this. Just hold it for me. Come on, right there. Perfect. Now, first things first. Before we put this little trinket on her, we're gonna give you guys a full 360 view of her. Come on, focus. I apologize, guys. I mean, I really do. Dang. Now, oh, wait. There we go. Perfect. See, let me just give you a full 360, full 380. There we go. And of course, her tail. Because that's the Majin in her right there. That's the Majin, but it's also the android of her. Now I'm gonna add on one of her little accessories right here, and I think it's really cute. I won't lie, it's cute. She actually comes with a little donut. Let me see if I can't get that to zoom in for you guys. Let me see. Come on. Come on, baby girl, focus for me. Come on. Well, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but either way, she's got like a little tiny donut on her hand, because in a way, as I said, that's the Majin in her, because in the Buu saga, Majin Buu was actually able to assimilate his fighters, which of course that's how he got so strong so fast, And the way he did that, it was either by turning them into an edible substance, such as like a donut, candy ball, one of those type of things. Either way, knock someone out with the tail. I can see the. Oh yes, I know. But she does come with, as I said, 3 little interchangeable faces. She's got a smile on her. I won't lie. She's got a smiling face on her. She's got 2 more red and black eyes, and she's got plenty of little interchangeable hands, which is also a good thing. But also a little history on both the good side and the bad side on her, because I figured that would help for you guys. Um, the uh, the good side of her, she's a doctor, of course. She was, I'm gonna say, second to Dr. Giro, who was the original android creator, which of course, those were the evil androids, 18, 16, 17. And those of course, they were bent on taking over the world, destroying everything, making a presence known. But before the split of her good side and her bad side, they actually looked identical to them both. The only defining factor was that their faces were different. Whereas the good side, you could tell her eyes were nice; it was white. But the bad side, of course, you could tell is when her eyes went black and red. And in that moment, that's when you gotta run. You gotta run like hell. Because if it's anything that I've learned from watching all my years of anime, is that when one of the characters' eyes start to turn red or change colors, you better run like hell, because that's how you know danger is coming. But anyways, sorry. Um, the Another good thing about the Android 21 is that her good side it actually represents is how good she she shows about how, like, her innocence, and how much she only really wants to help, because it's actually the link to her human side that actually keeps her good. But at the same time, that's an inner struggle, because it's good and bad on the inside. And of course, if the bad side wins, that's when her eyes again change color, and that's how you know that's bad. You need to run away. Oh boy, forgive me. Forgive me. Let me get a little swig here. That's better. Now, a little tiny history about her bad side. Of course, as you know, like her good side as the defining factors, her bad side also has defining factors. Um, Her eyes, of course, change color. Once again, I noticed that, of course. Her attitude changes a lot. She gets a little bit more, how do you say, sinister, because she gets that look in her eyes, because she either wants to either destroy you, she wants to assimilate you, or she might just want to play with you. And in a way, that's a bad thing, because this is one android that you don't want to play with, because she'll not really become one of your best friends. Let me tell you that. But also, I do have one other. I do have one other thing I would like to show you guys. Um, it's an original character, and it was actually the very first Dragon Ball Z still statue that I had collected for the first time. I just need to get up there and get him real quick. If you'll just sit tight, I'll be right back. Sit tight for me, folks. Sit tight for me. I'll be right back. Okay, I got him. I got him. Oof. Sorry. Now, this particular character was always my favorite, next to Gohan, of course, before I discovered Gohan. But this was always one of my favorite characters, mainly because he set the tone for the whole anime era, because I grew up with him, and he actually helped me to discover the anime, because without him, I wouldn't be really into it as much as I am today. And he was actually my first cosplay. So, I would very much like to introduce Goku. And as I said once before, it's a still statue. You know, he's got. This is when he was going into his Saiyan form for the first time, which of course was when he went one-on-one with Frieza. And as you can see, he's got that look in his eye because he was pissed. Because in that battle, which was one of his most terrible, he had lost one of his best friends because Frieza had killed him right in front of him. And in doing so, that had pushed him to the edge. He couldn't take it anymore. He couldn't take Frieza's crap. He couldn't take his destruction anymore. And of course, that pushed him over the edge enough to unlock the potential of the first level of Super Saiyan. And once again, I am very happy that I watched that episode because that episode, honestly, it brought me to tears. Seeing um, how much, how much pain and anger that only one person can take so much before you push him over the edge. And of course, he's fight back. You push someone into a corner and they're going to push back. And once again, I commend Goku for that because that was one of my favorite episodes, and I continue to watch it to this day because it was the best. Didn't you have pictures taken? I actually did have pictures taken, yes. Of course, they are on my Instagram. I'm still working on getting that on here, folks. I'm sorry. But anyways, I do hope that you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm going to end it right here. I did hope that once again you guys had something to eat. If not, please do before you go to bed tonight. And if you want, feel free to hit that follow button. It'll be posted up there in just a moment. And until next time, guys, stay safe, stay awesome, stay weird, stay yourselves, and be safe out there, huh? Peace.